Welcome back, guys, to the Max Out Show. So excited for this episode because in this show, I want to share with you guys 3 keys to mastering your environment, the circumstances, the things, the people around you, which will help you to up level and max out the energy, the motivation, the well-being, and the happiness that you experience in your life on a daily basis. So self-determination theory is one of the world's leading theories in psychology when it comes to understanding what actually drives people to grow and evolve and always seek out the next level of their lives. And what it really says is there's 3 keys that need to be given, 3 sort of environments, 3 circumstances that need to be given in a person's life for them to live a self-determined life, for them to be able to really seek self-actualization, to really seek the highest level, the highest version of yourself. And so those 3 things, I want to tell you about them and really dive deep them and help you understand how well you're doing in each of these 3 areas, because unlocking your potential is really about going deep in these areas, understanding where may you be lacking a little bit and how can I bring that up, right? What are the bottlenecks that are holding me back from truly being the person that I want to be? So here are the 3 keys. Number 1 is relatedness. It's about relationships. Number 2 is about autonomy, about the ability to really self-direct your life. And number 3 is competence, the feeling that what we do is worthwhile. What we do is we're actually good at the stuff that we do. So I want to dive a little bit deeper, and let's start with relatedness. This is one of my favorites of all time because study after study, there's been studies, longitudinal studies that sometimes track people for 50, 60, 70 years of their life in order to understand what truly makes people happy, motivated, successful, healthy in their lives. And over again, what studies have shown is that the best predictor of your happiness, your health, and your success in life is the quality of relationships that you have. Just think about that for a moment. The number 1 predictor of your happiness, your health, and your success in life are the people that you surround yourself with on a daily basis. And now just reflect a little bit on the people that you have right now. Are they supporting your vision? Are they draining you? Are they holding you back? Are they stopping you from actually becoming the person that you want to be? So this really works through 2 main, sort of brain phenomena. The first one being emotional contagion. What this means is we all have this, just like coronavirus right now, right? It has this contagious effect, right? Where like you can get other people sick. In the same way, our emotions are contagious. They affect every person that we interact with. And so when you're high on emotions, right? When you're feeling, positive, excited, grateful, motivated, inspired, loving, the people around you are going to pick up on that. And similarly, you're going to pick up on the emotions of other people around you. And so on the other hand, if the people around you are depressed, are frustrated, are angry, are sad, are constantly in a state of lack, what's going to happen is you're going to start to adapt to their emotions unconsciously without even realizing this. This is something I've realized on the podcast here over and over again. When I talk to some of the greatest athletes, psychologists, coaches, leaders in the world, is we adapt so quickly to the emotions of other people. So, usually, when I'm talking to these athletes, it's this high level, high energy environment. And on the other hand, what I've realized is like when I'm talking to these Zen monks, right? People that have spent the last 10 years, 20, 30 years of their lives really just meditating and getting more in a relaxed state of mind. All of a sudden, what I realize is my energy just drops and it becomes a lot more calm and relaxed rather than this energetic and excited kind of fuel, right? And so we pick up so quickly without even realizing it on the emotions of other people. The second mechanism I want to share with you guys is the brain's mirror neuron system, which basically means we have these mirror neurons in our brain that allow us to model the behavior of other people in our tribe. So, think back hundreds of thousands of years ago. If someone on your tribe learned how to make fire, how to hunt in a more effective way, how to make a new tool, the mirror neuron system of the brain essentially allowed you to model that behavior because it was adaptive and it helped you survive. And so to this day, we have the same exact system in our brain that allows us to model the behavior around us. So if the people around you, for example, are constantly exercising, they're working out, they're studying hard, you're going to do the same. If on the other hand, the people around you are smoking or drinking and binge watching movies, and that's all they talk about, that's all they focus on, then very soon, whether you want it or not, you're going to start to become like those people. You're going to start to assimilate, because one of the biggest core drivers in the human psyche is the need to fit in, to be accepted by the people around us. And so if the people around you aren't actually pursuing the same vision, the same dreams, the same goals, the same aspirations as you are, then maybe it's time to level up your circle. Maybe it's time to find a new group of friends. Doesn't mean you need to get rid of the old people, but it might mean that you simply need to find a new group to assimilate and spend time with. Maybe, sign up for running course, running class, right? Where every day you meet 20 other guys that are out there and just running like crazy, right? This is one of the greatest hacks there is to taking your life to the next level. Simply find the people that are already doing what you want to do. Find those marathon runners, find the best students in your class, find those people eating super healthy foods, find those people engaging in meditation every day. And what you will notice is the conversations are different, because all of a sudden the conversations, what you talk about, what you focus on when you talk to these people is they're so focused on living this life and engaging in these habits and talking about them. There's no way for you to fit in there without also assimilating the same habits, the same exact behaviors on a daily basis. And so simply leveling up your tribe and really getting clear on the people around you, the quality of conversations, the quality of connections that you have is one of the greatest life hacks in the world. So that's number one. Number two, the second key here of self-determination theory I want to share with you guys is autonomy. And autonomy is really about how much are you in the driver's seat of your life? How much in control of you are you? The daily actions, the daily, how you spend your time, where your energy goes, where your time goes. How much in control are you? And so for many of you guys, this may be an area where you're not entirely in control. And that's normal for many people in life. Maybe you have a boss at work. Maybe you have a coach in your training, in your athletic career, right? So oftentimes there is these external environments that influence how we operate on a daily basis. Maybe you have a family and that sort of, put certain restrictions on how you can live your life. That is obvious and that is a normal part of life. And so getting hung on that is oftentimes the problem. So it's not that we have restrictions, even though, if you can get rid of some restrictions that are holding you back, great. But oftentimes it's really about learning to refocus about those restrictions. It's about refocusing, taking away the energy from the things that holding you back, right? Focusing on, my boss, dictates my work every day. Like, I can't really do what I want. Like, focusing on that only takes away the energy. It only takes away your power. And so what you want to do is, even if you have these restrictions in your life, you want to focus on things instead where you have control, things that you are actually in charge of, things that you can influence on a daily basis. Because the more you start to focus on the things that you can actually change and influence, the more those things in your mind begin to grow, the more you will find these things, seek them out, and attract, quote unquote, as people often talk about, right? But attraction really happens in your brain by simply learning to suddenly find these things, suddenly pay attention to these things that have always been there. And so this is really, autonomy is really about getting more clear on, first of all, where they need to maybe, create more autonomy, more freedom, where they need to get rid of some of these external restrictions. But then secondly, and more importantly, how can I focus more on the things that actually I am in charge of rather than the things that are holding me back? Because the more time you spend focusing on what you can actually change, the more your self-esteem and your self-efficacy, your belief in yourself and your ability to affect the world will actually grow. So this is really huge, guys, when it comes to boosting your motivation and boosting your sense of well-being and happiness in life. Now, the third key to self-determination theory is competence. It's this feeling that we're actually good at what we do, that, whatever your, craft is, right? Whether you're an athlete, a musician, an artist, a doctor, or, like whether you're a teacher, it doesn't matter what you do, right? But we all need the sense that we're actually good at what we do, that we actually make progress, that we get better, that we level up, that we improve the skills and the knowledge and the expertise that we already have on a consistent basis. And so Teresa Amabile, she's a Harvard researcher, fantastic researcher on this. What she has found is that what's most important actually, and she calls this, what she's found is that what really matters when it comes to progress is frequency over intensity. Meaning it's not so important to have these super intense, like accolades, right? It's not important to every 2 years get the raise at work where your boss says, oh, great job, right? What really matters when it comes to this, and she calls progress principle, is frequency, meaning daily or weekly or at least monthly, experiences of growing and evolving and building new skill sets and developing expertise. That's really what matters. And this has been the number one predictor that, of people's engagement at work actually, is how much progress do you make on a daily basis towards goals that are important to you. And so one of the best things you can do here is really get clear on, first of all, what are those goals? Oftentimes researchers call them self-concordant. What are those goals that are aligned with my own mission, my own values, right? And then secondly, how can I start making at least small progress towards them every day? Deliberately spending time on that, rather than all these fake emergencies that oftentimes we have to take care of. But every day, if you can take, at least a couple minutes to really focus on making some progress, to focus on developing that skill set, that mindset, whatever it is, just getting a little bit better is going to go a long way in actually helping you really increase your motivation and your well-being as a result of simply feeling more competent, of building that confidence, of knowing that you have certain skills in your life that actually provide value to the world and the people around you. And so guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Really, I want to encourage you to think about these 3 keys because relatedness, competence, and autonomy are really such basic fundamental needs. They're really required if you want to take your motivation and your well-being and your joy and also your success in life to the next level. So guys, really hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button below to get daily videos on really maxing out your life, what it takes to make the most out of your potential. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.